Aloha and welcome to Moonscope's Astrology. Ah, it has been a busy week, and I've so many times wanted to record this video and get it out to you, but uh, I don't know how you're doing in your life, but life is happening. I think life is really happening. There are just a lot of things that unexpected things seem to be coming up. So aloha and welcome to Moonscope's Astrology. I'm your host, KG Styles. I'm here to connect you with your passion and what you love to help you realize your own greatness. On today's show, I'll talk about the astrology of the Virgo full moon on March 5th. It's exact at 10:05 a.m. Pacific time. There are extraordinary powers at play right now. There's a great deal of magic available to you at this Virgo full moon. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. I always associate Hermes Trismegistus, the magician of ancient times, Egyptian times, who wrote the Emerald Tablets and came up with the axiom of as above, so below, as within, so without, which is how astrology, the planets, everything is mirroring everything else in the cosmos. Everything, it's a holographic universe we live in. And we're really shifting in our mentality. So we're really connecting those dots. And right now, that's one of those, we're in one of those gateways where epiphanies just are like flashes of light just going off, where we're connecting the dots and able to make these shifts that maybe we've struggled with making, breaking through things and removing blocks and releasing things within ourselves that keep us from really living our dreams are available to us now. So I think the question to ask yourself, are you showing up in a way that allows you to make the most of the gifts that are available to you now? So life will more than meet you halfway right now. The universe always wants more for us than we want for ourselves. The universe, we need to be strong. A lot of times, we need to get over, spiritual maturity. We're coming into more spiritual maturity during this time. So big warm welcome and thanks to all of our new community members, subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate your being here. I have posted a world clock time zone converter below this video for you to find out what time things are happening for you in your part of the world. I do love hearing from you. Please leave your comments and questions below. And, I'd love it if you guys would interact and share comments with each other, engage with each other, and really build more of a feeling of community here. So that's up to all of us, though, how we engage with each other. We can choose to build community among ourselves. So this is a general forecast for everyone. If you want a more personal look at your astrology, I invite you to purchase a private session with me, and I'll post a link here for you on the video. So the 14-degree, 50-minute Virgo full moon is on March 5th. It's exact at 10:05 a.m. Pacific. I talk about the astrology supporting this Virgo full moon in a moment, but first I wanted to let you know the angels and ascended masters associated with the Virgo full moon that are overlighting and available to guide you at this time. Just call upon them from your own true hearts, this heartfelt desire for assistance, and they will immediately be with you. So the angel overlighting the sign of Virgo is Metatron. And Metatron really helps with organization. If you need more time to get things done, Metatron can really help expand time for you. And really helping you, really works well with Virgo with all the details. Virgo is very detail oriented. It's also into health, and I'm talking holistically. Health can be on all levels: emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, relationships. Health is, I see health always as, it's the driving force to me behind all of creation that holism, you know. So the ascended master for you to call upon is Merlin. Merlin is the archetypal wizard and helps you focus your energies in positive ways for beneficial outcomes. So it's not what's happening in your life, but how you respond to it that gets you your results. So that's all the, you know, the way the martial arts, you know, Tai Chi, all the movement arts, that's working with energy, working with the Tao. You know, you're learning to receive. First you receive, and then you can redirect the energy in the way that you would like things to go. You're a co-creator. You get to influence how things go. And you do that a lot through your own control of your mental sphere, the mind. It's the mind-body connection. So you can affect a lot of change in your life through mastery. And right now with March, we'll talk a bit more about that right here. As we move into the spiritual maturity, we're all coming into, you know, as I said, Merlin is the magician, very connected up with the Hermes, the magician I talked about earlier, and represents your power of choice, self-mastery, spiritual maturity. So March is the 3-month, that's its vibration. It's the number of Jupiter, very expansive, expands whatever you focus on, gets expanded with this energy. So creativity, self-expression, expansion, all those are highlighted. The negative side of the vibration is drama, where it's over the top, and you know, you could get into any kind of negative mind chatter. You know, you're heading down the rabbit hole if you're into negative mind chatter. You're getting into the hearsay, passing on gossip, that sort of thing. I mean, that's, you know, you really want to focus things in a positive way for yourself, so you will attract. You're an attractor. You're a field of attraction. You know, especially now, you know, the electromagnetics are very potent. I mean, that's how you attract things. It's the electrical, it's the mind, the electricity of the mind. Mercury is very active. Uranus is very active. And then we have the emotions with all the energy that's in Pisces, the sun in Pisces, Neptune, Chiron. You know, Mercury's still in Aquarius, right? Has it moved into? I'll know that in a minute. It may have already. I think I wrote down in here where exactly Mercury is. I think it has already moved over. It's getting ready to move over to Pisces, so we'll see. Can't recall right now if it's already over there or not. So if you add this 3 vibration of March to the universal year that we're in, the 8-year, we get 11, which is a gateway, a portal. It's like you get 2 pillars. So you're walking through the gateway, and it usually represents, for most of us, it means we've got a choice point. So it's choosing the higher way, the higher, better feeling thought, the better feeling emotion, choosing the higher side of the vibration. It may not be the easiest. Sometimes, you know, it can feel like a tougher choice, but in the long run, the easy choice can wind up being the toughest choice. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. What seemed easy at the time wound up being getting you into things that, if you just done what you knew was right, even though it seemed difficult at the time, you know, I've gotten myself into that. So I'll just say that. So anyway, this gateway or portal is helping you with awakening to higher consciousness. So what you choose now has the power to change your life forever and for the better. So really dig deep. If you feel like you have to dig deep to really, you know, step up, you know, this is the time to do it. You will be supported. So let's talk a little bit more about the astrology of the Virgo full moon. The Virgo full moon is conjunct to Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is symbolic of the feminine repressed energies. Power is the feminine power that's been suppressed. And so there can be a tremendous, anything that's been suppressed, there can be tremendous force behind it because it wants to be expressed. So right now it's going to be in conjunct this full moon Virgo. And of course, of the Virgo full moon, a full moon is always opposing the sun, which really illuminates and just brings things out, brings things to the surface. So the sun is at 14 degrees 50 minutes, Pisces. It is a time of celebration and completion to a cycle, primarily where the Virgo full moon is located, but also where Pisces is, because that's where our next full moon, it's going to be, next new moon is, where we're going to have a new beginning. So we're releasing so that we can prepare ourselves for this new beginning that's coming in. And we'll have a solar eclipse, this new moon in Pisces, coming up in 2 weeks' time on March 19th. So now's time to continue letting go. We've all been in a big purge, especially amped up since 2012. During 2012, things really started getting brought to light, to the surface for release. So, and this solar eclipse is at 0 degrees, so it's a really big new beginning when something's at 0 degrees. It's really, you know, those endpoints and the zeros and the 29s are always very karmic points where you're really getting an opportunity for something new, or you know, 29 is about completion, and the 0 is like brand new beginning coming in. So then the sun in Pisces is also sextile to Pluto, which is conjunct to Vega in Capricorn. And Vega is a fixed wealth star, and it's an fairly exact conjunction, right at 15 degrees Capricorn. Vega is especially fortunate for the planets Mercury, again, the mental, and Venus, which, you know, not, you know, it's the pleasure principle. Venus is really about what attracts you, and it really is an attractor force. So, you know, it's a time of when you're more, you're supported to have more open-hearted communication, especially in the areas where Venus and Mercury and Aries are, where Venus in Aries is located and where Mercury is located now in your chart. So generosity and practicality are highlighted. So as I said, the sun is sextile to Pluto, conjunct Vega in Capricorn. Also, the Virgo full moon is quincunx to Uranus, Venus, Mars, and the South Node in Aries. So quincunxes are, they just feel really odd. They're, you know, they have a sort of, you know, they're such different energies. It's going to require a real shift for you to be able to, you know, it's kind of like something that's right outside of your view. You can feel it there, but you really can't get a handle on what is that. And so, you know, it's an adjustment. It's something that is outside. It can be outside your comfort zone, but more likely it's just something that is unfamiliar to you. It's an unfamiliar territory to you. So that's why I say it could be uncomfortable. But most of all, it's just unusual, you know, especially with Uranus being there. And also the adjustment, though, the sudden shift that's happening is really, it's inviting you to step into your leadership role more, because the Aries is all about entrepreneurship, leadership. It's especially related to the Virgo matters, health, work, service in the world, paying attention to detail. Virgo always likes paying attention to detail, and Metatron will help you to focus and get more clarity going. There can be confusion because we do have, we're coming off, Saturn's starting to slow down, but it has been square to Pisces. So, you know, there is some effort required for feeling more loving. You know, it can feel kind of a little bit, you know, disruptive and challenging, and, you know, things not going according to schedule. There can, like I say, it's just sort of, things are, you know, that Pisces energy, you know, it melts the boundaries and time and those sorts of things. You know, the usual schedule can kind of get disrupted and go out the window And it needs to. I mean, that's okay. Right now, you need to disrupt the usual structures. Saturn wants to rebuild things so that you can really bring and realize your dreams. And it will come into that exact square later this year. Right now, it's going to slow down and start to, things maybe have seemed like they're coming into structure. Something new is on the horizon. You can feel it coming. But, and you probably are having intimations of what that is. But, you know, it's going to retrograde, and you're going to get to kind of look at the direction you're headed in and see, is this really going to serve me? Is this really what I want? And you'll get more down to what really you need to let go of. There could be some things that really you need to let go of still so you can move forward, because Saturn really wants you to move forward and give form to your dreams this year. By the end of this year, that's Saturn really is working to help you have some breakthroughs. So also the Virgo full moon, the Mercury is conjunct Vesta in Aquarius. So yes, Mercury is still in Aquarius. I think it's right at 19 degrees at this point. It is opposed, yeah, I think so. It is opposed to Jupiter. Maybe it's not quite. Maybe it's near the, yeah, it must be near the 14, because it is, yeah, the 14 degrees of Uranus, because it is sextile to Uranus, as well as opposed to Jupiter. And Jupiter in Leo is trying to Uranus and Aries, and all these other planets too. So Jupiter is trying to Venus and Mars and the South Node and to Uranus, you know, which are squared up now. It's coming into, we are coming into where Mars and Venus are still conjunct in Aries. They're starting to move apart, and Venus is just the day before this Virgo full moon, so it's pretty close still to exact conjunct to Uranus, square to Pluto, which is conjunct Vega in Capricorn, and, you know, trine to Jupiter over in Leo. So this is, you know, really breaking things apart. There's a real lighting things up and breaking things apart so that you can move forward. The South Node is still within orb of conjunction to Uranus, but it's moving apart and coming to conjunct Mars, now in Aries. And pretty much all these planets are, you know, all those planets, pretty much they're all right there close to each other. They're not exact, but they're pretty close conjunction. Uranus, Venus, Mars, South Node, and square to Pluto, conjunct Vega, and then also trine over to Jupiter in Leo. And also, like I said, the exact conjunction to Uranus and square to Pluto for Mars will be on March 11th. So we're in this, you know, this gateway. I mean, this is sort of from the 1st of March through March 11th, and then we're moving on to having the exact 7th square between Uranus and Pluto in 11 days after the Virgo full moon on March 16th at 6:50 p.m. Pacific. So as you can see, that, you know, it's a real, there's a lot of intensity now for letting go, breaking through, really standing in your power, really taking on the embodiment, paying attention to details, really getting healthy on all levels, really being more whole and wholehearted. The Virgo full moon wants you to take action, and with the planets that are connected right now, with the quincunx, it's happening with Uranus and Venus and Mars and the South Node, which are trine to Jupiter and opposing Neptune and the Sun. You know, just things are lit up. It's really lit up right now. And so there should be no doubt exactly what needs to let go, what the choice is. It could be, you know, like I say, it may not be an easy choice, but it will be clear what the right choice is. So it's you're having the courage. Are you willing to show up in the way you need to so you can step through this and make the choice, the higher choice for yourself? So, and you can, through the focus of your intention, through this whole electromagnetics of your emotions and your mind, you know, the thinking, Mercury and Uranus, these energies that are at play, you can focus the energies, you know, like Merlin, the magician, to transform situations so that no matter what's happening, you can use it, you can co-create with it and get it directed into the direction you want things headed into. So it's not what's happening, it's how you respond to it that's going to get you your results. And it's you taking on that power. You have to see it. You have to believe in yourself and that you can do this. That's what's at question. So, and only you can answer that. Only you can make the choices for yourself. You may need to, because of the square between Saturn, as well as the quincunx and the square between Saturn and the Pisces, the Sun, and Neptune, you may need to put in the effort required to be loving and to really realize your dreams. And there's a commitment, there's a willingness, there's something you're willing to step in and say, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. There's lots of expansion and magic available to you to transform undesirable circumstances into what you truly desire for yourself and our world. So I did want to remind you that we do have a special Uranus square Pluto free conversations webinar show with a look at the upcoming spring eclipse season that's, you know, happening on the back end of this 7th square between Uranus and Pluto. And my featured guest will be the intuitive astrologer Larissa Mora. And I'm sure many of you know Larissa. She's a total sweetheart. She's based right now in the UK. I think she's originally from Canada. But she has a particular, very fresh and unique intuitive perspective on astrology that I really appreciate. And I wanted, you know, I want more people to know about her. I think she's really a wonderful astrologer. And I think that she brings a lot. And I think she has a lot to offer that I want you to be aware of. So our next Conversations free webinar is on February 25th. And my next show is with UK-based divination expert Gregory Scott. And many of you probably know Gregory. He's very popular on YouTube, has a wonderful YouTube channel. He has daily and weekly and monthly tarot scopes, and he does numerology and astrology. He's an intuitive, and he has a lot of experience for, you know, for his young years. I think he brings a lot of wisdom, I think, just from the level of soul, and I really appreciate his energy. He's such a positive, bright, beautiful, lovely soul and being. I love his energy and being in his presence, his company. And it really comes across, as it does in Larissa's, you know, it comes across, their authenticity comes across in all their YouTubes, which I really appreciate. So, so anyway, we do have a live Q&A with guests after the 30-minute show with Gregory. You can download the Google Hangouts app to join the show live from your iPhone or Android device, wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to give you a direct link to sign up and join us below this video. Moonscopes Astrology is sponsored by Pure Plant Essentials, Organic Aromatherapy. All of our oils are genuine healing oils and tested for purity. We have 100% pure organic essential oils, custom blends, sprays, ready-to-use formulas for you. You can click the on-screen link to visit the Pure Plant Essentials main menu in our store. Also, we just opened our Pure Plant Essentials Amazon store, where we are offering daily specials, 2-for-1 and 50% off savings on many of our products. The direct link to our Pure Plant Essentials Amazon store is posted below this video, and I hope to see you there. So you can click the on-screen link to join our Health Mastery community and get your own personal invitation to our free webinars, global events, as well as special offers like our new Pure Plant Essentials Amazon store that we only send out by email. Thanks so much for joining me for this special Virgo full moon astrology report. I'll be back with another video real soon, and I love hearing from you. Please leave your comments and questions below. Let me know how things are going for you, how you are experiencing the energies at play right now. Thanks so much for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing my videos. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your being here. And if you love to listen to podcasts of Moonscope's astrology shows, a direct link to download shows from our Moonscope's iTunes channel is below this video. So please leave us a good review on iTunes. Your positive reviews help others to find us. So thanks so much for your support. Wishing you success and happiness always. Until next time, enjoy your life, relax, enjoy your life, and stay connected.